Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
The air show is here.
The boats have arrived.
Since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I started paying attention to these on the radio and in person.
And the crowd is ready.
Yeah, that water one was sick. The water plane.
It's the 60th annual Water Follies, and Apple Valley News Now has complete coverage.
And in other news, a West Richland business is helping a Kennewick family in need this weekend. How you can help too.
Plus,
You're gonna live like Emily.
We're there as a large contribution is made to Yakima's YWCA today.
And a live look across the entire Columbia Basin. Gorgeous weather. Is it going to stay this way all weekend? I'll tell you coming up. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us as we end the work week together. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. It is July the 25th. First up, and new at 6 tonight, the search for Travis Decker continues, though with fewer personnel involved as leads have decreased. Law enforcement and search teams have focused on the wilderness areas around Blewett Pass between Chelan and Kittitas counties.
So far, no sign of Decker, and officials say they cannot confirm if he is alive or dead. But as bear hunting season opens in August and others continue their outdoor pursuits, authorities strongly encourage everyone venturing out into these areas to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity.
The U.S. Marshal Service is still offering up to $20,000 for information leading to Decker's arrest. Before we get to the rest of tonight's news, we do need to talk about weather because it is a very big weekend, especially around our neck of the woods.
Yeah, absolutely. It is Water Follies weekend. I'm sure a lot of you folks are going to be heading out there. Maybe you're out there today, but we need to know what the weather is doing. Let's check in with Stacy.
Yeah, guys, going to be nice. This is actually a photo I took many years ago as I regularly attend the Water Follies. I don't even know if these boats run anymore, but weather-wise, looking really good. Now, we are going to be dealing with some breezy winds, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, but look at these temperatures. Absolutely gorgeous, perfect weather outside. 94 degrees right now in the Apple Valley News Now Tower Cam. It is a beautiful afternoon. Winds have picked up slightly, about 13 miles an hour. Our feels like temp is 90, and our sunset tonight at 8:35. Temperatures elsewhere around the region, of course, Tri-Cities and Hanford, the hot spots. Everyone else starting to drop down into the lower 90s and upper 80s. It is breezy, and we're going to deal with that on and off this weekend, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, as well as the Columbia River Gorge. Here's what those winds are looking like for tomorrow. That could impact some of the racing, but we'll keep a close watch of that. As far as tonight goes, 70s, 80s, and 90s at 7. You'll be cooling down slightly by 9, but overall a very nice evening with nice, beautiful, clear skies. So clear and warm, 80s and 90s for the weekend. Breezy weekend winds, as I said, and then we're tracking triple-digit temperatures to return to the region next week. I'll tell you more coming up. Austin, Wendy?
All right, Stacy, thank you very much. Community events now, it's back. The biggest art festival in the Mid-Columbia Basin. It is the 2025 Art in the Park Festival. It kicked off this morning at 8 in Richland at Howard Amon Park. It will go on until tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. According to event coordinators, this festival hosts an annual attendance of over 78,000 people in its two-day event. STCU is a sponsor for the event.
Something we're really happy to be a part of. You look at the hundreds of artisans and performers that are here, and we just appreciate the pride and joy they put into their work and really appreciate it.
And we also want to point out there will be over 300 artists and booths at this year's festival, along with more live entertainment. In local living, if you missed out on Art in the Park this year, don't worry. We've got a special glimpse for you. We caught up with a local artist who's been a part of the event for decades.
This is very cool. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia introduces us to Doozy Bug, a mother-daughter art glass studio that's been lighting up the festival with their creation since 1980.
Elizabeth Clute has been shaping glass for nearly 40 years, and she says creating a single piece of stained glass art isn't a quick process. It's a labor of love and patience.
Depending on the design, it takes me between 15 minutes and an hour, and then the firing is 30 hours.
Running an art business, she says, has its ups and downs, sometimes less colorful than the glass itself.
It's been touch and go. You know, there's been good times and bad times, and during COVID it was hard, and just to keep the doors open, but it's okay.
What keeps her going? Pure passion.
I love it. It's just the love of the work. And so, even so, you know, getting up in age, I'm still loving it. Every day I go to the studio and I work for 6 hours, and loving every minute of it.
Events like Art in the Park are more than just festivals. They're a vital connection to the community beyond her studio walls.
We're really grateful that we have these events, and it is a very good way to get customers to our studio. We have our own studio, but these events bring people in.
But it's not without challenges. Finding the right materials for each unique piece can be tricky.
Making sure we have a good supply of glass, which is not that easy to get because a lot of glass manufacturers in the United States have gone out of business. And so we have to make sure we have a good supply of glass because otherwise we couldn't do our work.
Clute says, and with the rising costs from overseas suppliers, sourcing quality glass is becoming more expensive. Reporting from Richland, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Doozy Bug Art Glass Studio is off Mount Adams View Drive in West Richland. Okay, there's Art in the Park, farmers markets, fundraisers, and of course, one of the biggest events of the year, the Tri-City Waterfallies.
All right, between the boats and the vendors, the air show, there is just so much to check out.
I know. I think Jake has been doing a great job covering it all for us. He is out there live again at Columbia Park where all the action has been. Jake, are they wrapping up with all of the boat races for today?
Yes, the boat races have finished for today, but standing right by my side is Corey Peabody, the 2024 Gold Cup winner, and the Gold Cup is, of course, here in Tri-Cities this year. Corey, before we talk about the Gold Cup, you were racing today, and you talked about the change in the course for this year. Could you talk about how that has kind of affected your approach for this weekend?
Yeah, so now the turns are different because of the water levels on the Pasco side of the race course. So what we've had to figure out was, you know, different gear combinations and stuff like that to get us through that turn 2 that's a little bit tighter. So, you know, it's been a growing pain, but you know, everybody's got the same growing pain, so we're fine. I hope tomorrow we have a little bit more speed, but we'll see tomorrow.
And then, with the Gold Cup being here, it's the 60th anniversary of the Waterfallies here in Tri-City, so it's a big deal for the community, but you, a winner, I guess it's not as big of a deal, but trying to repeat here. Can you tell me the preparation that goes into it, trying to win 2 in a row?
It's just you know, having a boat that can do that. You got to have the right gears, you got to have the right prop, you got to have the right engine. I think we have that. Everybody here, the top 4 boats are really close, you know, especially in racing. Qualifying tells one story, racing tells another story. So we're really fast in racing versus qualifying. So hopefully tomorrow you'll see us all. I mean, the top 4 boats, anybody can win, and Heat 1A tomorrow is the top 4 boats. So it's me, Mike, Andrew, and Dave, which are all within a couple of miles an hour of each other. So it's going to be, Heat 1A is going to be pretty much like the final, I think, you know. But the hard thing is having that heat draw is that it really hurts, you know, one of the fast boats getting in that final. So, but we'll see what happens, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Corey. You can see him tomorrow. You're going to make sure to check him out as they race and try to compete for that Gold Cup. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, sounds like a great heat to watch. Thanks so much for that preview. And while the high-speed boat races and air shows tend to steal the spotlight, there is another big crowd pleaser that we can't skip out on, Austin. And we are talking about the food.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right. So organizers say this year's lineup has a little something for everyone.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us a look at some of the vendors and the work it takes to get that food ready for race day.
Water Follies is back at Columbia Park for its 60th year, and while all eyes are on the races, it can be easy to forget about all the tasty vendors the event has to offer. From hot dogs and corn dogs to Mexican food, ice cream, and more, food vendors are set up and ready to serve spectators. One vendor, who's at Water Follies for the first time, says he's your guy if you're looking for a corn dog.
The Corn Dog Company, it's actually a franchise based out of St. George, Utah, and we were fortunate enough to buy into it back in 2019, and we've blessed with all the support we've received, and we're happy to be out here at Columbia Park this weekend for the Hydro Folly races. It's actually our first year being vendors out here, so kind of we know what to expect coming into it, but it's turned out great.
Another Water Follies vendor, Winston's, a Vancouver-based business, is offering a wide variety of options for folks looking for something different.
We have some wings with a sweet fire sauce, and then we also have smoked cod chowder on our normal menu.
This weekend, Water Follies will have both big and small food vendors, with some vendors like CG Public House and Catering putting in a lot of hard work before the big event.
CG Public House, which is catering many of the hospitality tents during the event, says that the planning that goes into the food before the weekend even starts is everything.
It's just a lot of planning. If we're not prepared, then it can be really chaotic. So it starts with logistics, going through coordinating, assigning employees to certain jobs.
And Simmons says that depending on how many people they're expecting to serve, the prep work can change dramatically.
A menu matrix that says, if somebody orders option 1, for example, I believe is brisket and pulled pork, we calculate the weight of what we need. So if it's 100 people, we need 300 ounces of cooked brisket, and we need 300 ounces of cooked pulled pork.
He says there's even an art to keeping the food at the right temperature, whether hot or cold.
The best way for us to actually keep it semi-cold is with ice baths, and they work really well. So, and then also for hot food, we use what we call Schaefer's. And so it's basically like a double boiler.
A lot of work is done behind the scenes, both in the kitchen and on the waterways. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Simmons and his team aren't just cooking, they're also the only vendor selling alcohol to the public at this year's Water Follies.
Our news at 6 o'clock on this Friday is just getting started. Coming up, the Department of Ecology claiming an Arizona company lied, why they are now facing a $500,000 fine.
And Stacy's coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast as we get you all ready for Water Follies weekend. We'll be right back.
Vance Heating and Air has been keeping Yakima homes cool since 1986. If your air conditioner needs service this summer, we'll take $86 off the cost of any AC repair. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Form or function?
Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold? Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper.
Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Apple Valley News Now is Costco.
Apple Valley News Now is Zilla.
Apple Valley News Now is Benton City.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
So why don't you speed?
I've had one too many close calls on the road, and then I learned the facts.
It's dangerous to drive too fast.
It's true. 1 in 3 fatal crashes involve speeding.
This is our neighborhood, too. Most people try to be safe, but speeding is dangerous.
You know, the faster you go, the longer it takes to stop.
The faster you drive, the harder you'd hit someone. That driver gets it. Slower speeds save lives.
Please drive the speed limit so everyone is safe.
Together we get there.
My name is Michael McDonnell. I am a stomach doctor or a gastroenterologist. I'm also a hepatologist, so I do the liver and then the gut and the pancreas. The colonoscopy is something that we do on a daily basis. We think it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and once you're done, you're going to say, oh, that was no big deal. We find early colon cancer. It's curable. It's easily curable. And I mean really curable.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to BruxNightGuard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's BruxNightGuard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
You're watching Apple Valley News Now live at 6. Welcome back, everybody. An Arizona company actually tried to cheat. Washington's carbon market is now facing serious consequences. The Department of Ecology says Climate Care Innovations misled the state, resulting in nearly $500,000 fine and removal from the program.
Climate Care Innovations claimed to have more than 3 million carbon allowances, but the state says they never had any and lied about deals with other companies. Washington's carbon market is part of a cap and invest program that makes companies pay for their pollution, funding clean energy projects statewide.
You can think about it kind of in the same way that you might think about the stock market, right? Like there are very strict rules about insider trading, for example, right? And so it's really important to make sure that everybody has the same information, that everybody's playing by the rules, and that nobody's putting out false information.
The state says it tried multiple times to get answers from CCI, but the company refused to cooperate. CCI had a chance to appeal the decision and never did. Now they have 30 days to fight the fine, but so far, no response. A heat wave is coming this weekend for millions of Americans, with many on alert as powerful storms also take hold in the Northeast.
Now let's check in now with ABC's Jacqueline Lee from Los Angeles.
Extreme weather across the country, with New York City going over triple digits when factoring in humidity. Emergency rooms bracing for a surge in patients with heat stroke.
We're seeing a lot of younger patients just because they're out and about in the city. Maybe not drinking as much as they should be, not hydrating enough, that are coming in just from passing out in the subway, on the streets.
And powerful storms also targeting the Northeast, with heat fueling floods across the Midwest from Chicago to Kansas City, leading to water rescues. In New Mexico, monsoon rains washing homes away for the third time this month. Experts warn that extreme heat plus pollution will worsen air quality across the region in New York and parts of the upper Midwest. As states grapple with extreme weather, Maryland's Governor Wes Moore saying in a social media post that the Trump administration denied disaster assistance funding to the state after flooding in May.
The Trump administration just denied my request for disaster assistance for Western Maryland. Our communities need help recovering from a massive storm that destroyed homes and businesses.
A White House spokesperson defending the president's decision, saying the president responds to requests for federal assistance with great care and consideration, and saying the administration remains committed to empowering and working with state and local governments to invest in their own resilience before disaster strikes. Maryland's governor vowing to appeal the decision. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we certainly aren't dealing with any extreme weather here this weekend. Now, you do see the camera bouncing around here on our Bi-Mart Skycam on the Antietam Ridge. Yakima, it's a little bit breezy, and that's probably the worst thing we have to deal with all weekend. 89 degrees outside right now. Humidity, decent, 21%. Our winds, again, have picked up a little bit as the evening has progressed, and that's going to be the pattern through the weekend. Gusty winds in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, down the Columbia River Gorge, lighter in the Columbia Basin, which is good news for boat race fans. Let's fast forward to tomorrow and take a look at winds. Again, we'll see breezy winds in Hermiston, the Dalles, Ellensburg area, and winds will gradually increase throughout the day in the Tri-Cities, but we shouldn't see any gusts higher than 20 miles an hour. So that's good news. That'll be decent racing weather outside. As we get into Sunday, again, we're going to have similar conditions with winds topping out maximum at 20 miles per hour. Satellite and radar, we've got clear conditions over Oregon and Washington, a little bit of a disturbance down in the south and a little bit up north, but right in between, we are looking good. Temperatures dropping down below average in Yakima with an increase as we move through the first part of next week. Here's where the month has turned out to be so far in Yakima, with many days about equal at average and above the average. Tri-Cities and Hermiston also will see below average temperatures this weekend, and we're looking at some triple digits next week. Here's how the month looks so far in Tri-Cities for the month of July. Many days below the average, very unusual this time of year. For tonight, temperatures will cool off nicely. Good sleeping temperatures, as I like to say, down in the 50s and 60s. For your day tomorrow, heading out to the boat races, a little cool to start your day. Temperatures will increase about 80 degrees by 11. Air show starts there. Light winds, and those will start to pick up later in the day. For Yakima, you'll be hitting 80 degrees somewhere between noon and 1 o'clock, topping out in the upper 80s. Walla Walla also hitting 80 degrees by 11, hitting 90 in the later afternoon hours. And for Hermiston, you'll also have a beautiful day there, hitting the 80s right around lunchtime. So here's Tri-Cities Day Planner. I put awesome because that is an awesome forecast for the weekend. We start gradually warming up beginning Monday, and then we see those triple digits, but they don't stay for long. In Yakima, 80s to the 90s, just under the triple digits, flirting with 100 a little bit later on. We are watching those gusty winds once again. Breezy though in Ellensburg, and actually a little bit lighter than we have seen for the last few days. Here's Walla Walla, 90s, and those triple digits briefly returning on Tuesday and Wednesday with another awesome for the weekend forecast. Everyone. Awesome. I love that word. And in Hermiston, it's going to be a great, beautiful weekend there as well with that heat up Tuesday, Wednesday. But it's been nice this summer, guys, when we do get those little heat waves at triple digits. They stay here a day or two and then they're gone.
It's so much more manageable like that, isn't it?
It is. You got to get used to it for a couple days, Austin, but then we cool you back down. I'm doing that just for you.
Not too
awesome, great. You know what I like?
What?
Groovy.
You gotta find that one.
I'll work on that.
one of these days. All right, still ahead here at 6 o'clock. A Yakima Nation school helping children in the community. Details on the generous donations coming on up.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. But I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
Welcome back, everybody. The Yakima Nation Tribal School brought back a COVID-era program this summer that's meant to help keep students fed. Every Friday since earlier this month, the school has been hosting a summer food handout. From 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., students can swing by the school to grab some breakfast and snacks. Usually they say about 30 to 40 students take advantage of this. The school previously offered this program during COVID, but brought it back this summer to supplement kids' summer food needs.
It helps with the families. It's not a lot, but it does help give them some relief because food prices are expensive.
The school will host the food handout for 3 more Fridays, with its last one August 15th.
The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is coming up next. As everybody else is signing off, here's what we have on tap for you. How you can help a Kennewick family facing a lot of medical expenses right now. We're going to tell you how. Plus, we'll have more Water Follies coverage next at 6:30.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
The pursuit of happiness starts with a good night's sleep.
It's your patriotic right to get fantastic savings on premium quality mattress sets.
We source from local manufacturers to get the finest quality and comfort at the lowest price.
During our Patriot Sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like $3.99 for a queen-size Sealy plush mattress.
Or an adjustable bed for $9.99.
To celebrate, come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot Sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun, wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V Hybrid.
System 1 loaded.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority.
We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
It's one of the world's largest dams, and it's on our own Columbia River.
Largest dam in North America, and we love it. Where else do you get to see that?
The Grand Coulee Dam.
Sun, beautiful, beautiful open spaces.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next Extra, Hulk Hogan's complicated legacy, controversy, scandals. Our Lost interview with his ex-wife about his infamous leaked sex tape.
It was shocking. It was shocking.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., Yakima's YWCA receiving more than $110,000 today. The personal connection the donor has to helping domestic violence victims.
Plus, the annual Hot Shots tournament is tomorrow in Yakima. What hundreds of participants can expect at this year's event. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. We have made it, and there are so many visitors here from all across really the country, maybe even in the world. I mean, this is a huge event.
It really is. Of course, we're talking about the Water Follies, and hello to all of our new viewers out there, and welcome to the Tri-Cities. We're really excited to get this weekend going for you, whether you're local or from far away. We have such a beautiful weekend ahead, I think.
Now, let's check in with First Alert's Stacy Lee, and I know you are monitoring the wind, is that right?
Yeah, wind is a big deal, guys, especially when you've got boats that are going to be going anywhere from 150 to 200 miles an hour. Now, here's the deal. When the boats take off from originally, they head to the south. The wind will be behind them. Then they're going to come around the course, and they're going to be heading straight into the wind. So we can't be too gusty, or that could be a problem. As you can see, we've had breezy and gusty winds all afternoon, and that's going to be the case tomorrow. Now, the good news is we're going to only see gusts as high as about 20 miles an hour in the Tri-Cities. Much windier elsewhere around the region, which, of course, elevates our fire danger. 94 degrees outside, beautiful Legends Casino Skycam. There's someone out there enjoying the Columbia River this afternoon on that jet ski. A little bit jealous, okay? All right, temperatures in the 80s and 90s. It's been warm, but a little cooler than we were just yesterday. Planning your night out, look at these temperatures. We're going to stay warm right on through 11 o'clock. In fact, probably see the 80s. Now, if you are heading out to Water Follies this weekend, good weather. Again, breezes will kick up in the afternoon, 10 to 20 miles an hour, but temperatures are perfect for the Water Follies. Clear and warm tonight, 80s and 90s throughout the region this weekend. Breezy weekend winds. Some of us gustier than others, and then those triple digits next week. I'll track that and tell you all about it coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Thanks, Stacy. Firefighters from Walla Walla and Columbia counties teamed up Thursday night after a wheat field fire broke out northeast of Dayton. The flames burned more than 300 acres, threatening structures and prompting evacuations. Crews arrived just before 6 p.m. with air support called in shortly after. The fire was headed toward the Tucannon River, but firefighters held the line. Agencies from across the region, including air units from Yakima, helped out. The fire, we're told, was contained by 10 p.m. A West Richland business is offering up services to help a Kennewick family in need. 360 Automotive and Repair is hosting a fundraising event at their garage, open to close, Saturday, July 26th. The shop will donate all proceeds from all oil changes and oil change cards to support Trevin Hansen. Hansen suffered burns over 65% of his body after trying to put out a fire at his family's business on July 4th in Kennewick. He remains in a Seattle hospital. The money raised will go directly to his family to help cover his medical expenses. Oil changes, we're told, are $100, and the shop is located off of Kennedy Road in West Richland.
Well, we turn now to the 2025 Water Follies Festival and event. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable has been out there since the 5 o'clock hour. He's live at Columbia Park where the Water Follies is kicking off.
Yeah, now that events have actually wrapped up for day one, how was the start of the highly anticipated weekend, Jake?
Yeah, the start has been going good. There's been ups, there's been downs. I'm here with Brady Brackett, T33 driver. And Brady, I know you had a little bit of an interesting day, to say the least. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened today out on the water for you?
Yeah, we're a newer team, so we're trying out a new experimental motor, and we're still, pushing through the bugs of it and trying to get it to where it's consistent and stable so we can race it every heat and not have to worry about anything going wrong with it.
And so I know that you're working on your boat so you can race tomorrow. Just what's a little bit about that process? What do you need to fix?
We have some crank pulley issues that it just keeps breaking on us. So we've done the repairs before. So it's just go back to the home shop, fix it, and get it back here and ready for tomorrow.
All right, Brady. Well, thank you. Best of luck. Hopefully your boat will be sailing smooth for you tomorrow. But this wasn't the only thing going on today. We had the boat races, but we also had the air show, and I got a chance to look at a couple of those planes yesterday and then see them fly today. Flipping, tumbling, and diving through the air, thousands of spectators took in the STCU Over the River Air Show in between boat heats and qualifying races. While you can't tell by the name Water Follies, the air show is just as much of an important fixture each year as the boat races. In its 60th year, some people have been coming since the early years.
Since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I started paying attention to these on the radio and in person back in about 73, 74, and have followed them ever since. I used to come in on the Pasco side when I was young, and they didn't charge back then for that side, and I'd watch them from there, especially that last race if I had the chance. I remember back in those days, you could hear the engines roaring everywhere in town.
Kangas has turned what he used to go to as a small child into something he has brought his daughters to every year. While their family tradition of an ice cream breakfast hasn't changed, some aspects of the show have over the years.
I kind of miss some of the things that they had done, like the Coast Guard rescue chopper that would drop people in the water and pull them back out and stuff. That was pretty fun to watch. But, in years it's been bigger and smaller, and it looks like it's getting bigger again this year, which is good. I appreciate that because it is a nice break from the water activities and good chance to shoot a few different photos besides boats going fast.
After decades of races and flights, it still feels like the first time for those attending. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now. And don't forget, if you missed the air show today, you are not out of luck because it's going on both Saturday and Sunday for tomorrow. Both of those happening at 11 a.m. So you're going to be able to see them again. But I'm going to send it back to Wendy and Austin in the studio.
All right, Jake, thank you very much. Turning to sports and new at 6:30, preparations are underway right now for the annual Hot Shots tournament. It's tomorrow in Yakima. This is happening at the Sozo Sports Complex in the city. The 3-on-3 tournament has faced cancellations in the past due to wildfire smoke, but the organizer thinks the games tomorrow will be a go. The 2 days of competition will be topped off with food vendors, a free throw contest, and a kids zone. 800 participants and 200 teams are registered. A bit of a drop from last year.
We're committed to putting on a great show no matter if we have, 200 teams or 2,000 teams. We're still going to make sure that it's a fun event for everyone, and it'll have the same components, and we'll put in just as much time no matter how many teams we have.
If you want to watch the tournament or cheer on your favorite player, the games kick off tomorrow at 9 a.m. Back in Kennewick now, the Giza Carousel of Dreams is celebrating National Carousel Day with treats, discounted tickets, and more.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us what's happening now.
It is National Carousel Day at the Giza Carousel of Dreams, and they are doing lots to celebrate. The carousel is open until 7 p.m. and will be offering $10 unlimited ride tickets, $5 less than the regular price. The first 200 riders will get free Otter Pops, and the carousel will have a snow cone machine as well. Assistant Director Mariah Brush says the biggest draw of the night is the raffle, which includes prizes from several local businesses.
The biggest thing is we have a big raffle. So you can buy raffle tickets. It's 2 for $5 or 5 for $10. And there's baskets from Hops and Drops. We have a carousel basket. We have Pancake House, OMSI in Oregon, and a few other local companies that donated for us.
The attraction celebrates National Carousel Day with a rich 100-year history. The carousel was originally built in 1910 in Silver Beach, Michigan, and after sitting in storage for decades, the carousel was refurbished and reopened in Kennewick. The carousel has two familiar mascots for sports fans. First, we have the Washington Husky, which is on the other side of the carousel, and then right behind me is the Washington State Cougar. Brush says that while the organization has celebrated National Carousel Day in the past, this will be its biggest yet.
So this is the first time we've done anything big. Yeah, we usually are just like, it's National Carousel Day, but we haven't put together any kind of raffle or the special prizes or anything. And yeah, we do plan on continuing it and making it an annual thing.
The carousel is regularly open on Fridays and weekends. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
As a reminder, the National Carousel Day celebration is going on until only 7 o'clock tonight. You got 20 more minutes to check it out.
A local man made a large contribution to Yakima's YWCA today, and for him, it's personal. It's an effort to combat domestic violence and to carry on the memory of his daughter. Brian Harris is the founder of the Emily Harris Memorial Foundation and owner of Brian Harris Used Cars in Sela. He donated more than $110,000 to the organization. Harris has been raising money to help domestic violence victims since his daughter Emily was killed in a domestic violence incident in 2020. The group has a motto they live by.
What is everybody going to do today? We are going to live like Emily!
And this is what Harris says the Live Like Emily motto means to him.
Emily was a good coach, mom, Christian, mentor, somebody big in the community, willing to give back time. One of Emily's biggest deal was Emily always wanted to take people that didn't feel a part of and make them a part of.
Harris says that people can support the cause by donating via the organization's PayPal or donating directly to the YWCA in Emily Harris's name. Still to come on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30.
Stacey Lee is back with your full First Alert forecast as we leave you to break. A live picture from the Yakima Valley. Thanks to Bi-Mart. We're on your side, so stay with us.
Check out the Grand Coulee Dam by air. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan Rogue.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the Contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Today's seniors are enjoying life more than ever before, and part of that comes from the independence of driving. Just because I'm a senior, and maybe you are too, do we really have to pay outrageously high insurance rates? No, we don't.
When was the last time you checked to see if you could get a lower insurance rate?
Just call the number on your screen and speak with a licensed insurance agent.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
You change your oil, you change your tires. Well, maybe it's time to change your car's insurance company.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
As a responsible driver, you always check your gauges, right? And you check for other cars and pedestrians.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates. You need to make sure that you're not paying more than you need to.
1-800-825-0861. 1-800-825-0861.
Next ET, from Captain America to two-time Emmy nominee.
Breaking news!
We're with Anthony Mackie, plus fan-favorite soap stars are...
Spilling the ET.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Tonight.
He told me I've killed before and I'm not afraid to kill again.
The 2020 true crime mystery.
Something even more terrifying than a body. Answers from beyond the grave.
There is a monster in me. 2020 tonight on ABC.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan Rogue.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And welcome back. Let's take a live view outside Legends Casino Skycam. Howard Amon. You can see all the tents out there for art in the park. And I've been watching some folks out here boating and tubing. Looks like a beautiful afternoon, and it is 94 degrees. Now, a little breezy. I did see a couple of boats jumping around on the chop, and that's going to be the consensus or what's going to be going forward. We'll see some breezy and gusty winds, especially as the day gets into the later afternoon hours. Now, very breezy this afternoon in Ellensburg and the Dalles and Hermiston, and then we're seeing our winds kind of pick up here in the Columbia Basin. Let's fast forward to tomorrow, 6 a.m. We're keeping our eyes here on the Columbia Basin. Winds are going to be pretty cooperative, but as the day goes on, you'll see those winds starting to pick up. Now, they shouldn't get any, shouldn't see gusts any higher than about 20 miles an hour. Not the case for Ellensburg and the Dalles. That's going to be 20, 30, 35 miles an hour tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. But as far as Tri-City goes, it should be pretty good. And then Sunday will start out pretty similar. Winds will remain about the same. So not a bad outlook overall there. We are going to remain dry and sunny. Wear that sunscreen. Not a lot going on. Satellite and radar to the south, to the north, in between. We're looking pretty good. Temperatures are going to decrease down below our average of 92 in Yakima. But look at that. Nice little warm up as we get into the early part and middle of next week. Here's your month of July in Yakima. We had quite a few days above average, but a few days below the average. Tri-Cities and Hermiston also dropping down just slightly below our average of 94, but keep an eye on Tuesday and Wednesday as we see triple digits. We might see some first alert weather days there. Unusual for the Tri-Cities to see this many days below the average. And don't forget, 4th of July wasn't even 80 degrees. So that's a first for me. Tonight, we're going to have good cooling temperatures, 54 in Ellensburg. We'll stay in the lower mid and upper 50s there in the Yakima Valley, just under 60, 61 overnight tonight in Walla Walla. If you're heading out to the races tomorrow, a little cool to start with, but don't worry, you'll be in the river and peeling off those layers by the time the air show gets started, and you'll see those winds gradually pick up as we move through the day. As far as Yakima goes, a nice cool start to your day, and then those temperatures just under 80 degrees, so nice day there. Walla Walla hitting 80 degrees by 11, topping out at 90 in the late afternoon. And in Hermiston, we also have a nice warm day, but beautiful weather for you in Hermiston. Here's that 7-day planner. I use the word awesome because I love the looks of this. Then we have that warm up as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Yakima also staying in the 80s, but moving up into the 90s after we get through the weekend. And then we'll see those close to triple-digit temps. We're watching breezy winds. Winds are going to improve a lot for the Ellensburg area, but still a little breezy through Monday. And you'll see those winds return middle of next week. For Walla Walla, once again, those triple digits come back Tuesday, Wednesday. But there's that word again, awesome for the weekend. Enjoy those lower 90s for the end of July. That's pretty rare. I'm enjoying this, guys. And then those triple digits. Usually that Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what we see boat race weekend. I've even seen temperatures up to 110 boat race weekend, and that's really hot. So it's nice to see the 90s. So good stuff.
I bet you it's a big crowd out there this year, do you think?
I think so. I think people are going to enjoy. Now it's still warm at 90, so you still have to stay hydrated. And the UV index is high, so reapply. Remind me, okay?
Yeah,
Text me, Austin, this weekend and say, did you put your sunscreen
That's
on?
right. Okay. All right. Oh.
He has the job.
You've been nominated.
Do not fail
You're my
your
official.
mission.
What if I'm sunburned?
Yeah, but think I'm going to remember?
I'm kidding anyway.
Real quick, tonight, 8 o'clock.
So, new update on that. Yes, I'm going to be doing a radio reunion. Now, back in the day, if you grew up in the Tri-Cities, there was a great station called OK95.
Okay.
A lot of people will remember that. The station is flipped to OK95 for the weekend, and I'm a part of that. I'll be on the air tonight at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
On U-Rock station 95.3. So, tune in. Check it out.
Can people call in?
I said, do we know how to work the phone? We'll figure that out.
Call in, say hi.
I will call in. I'll do that.
I didn't say you call
You're
in.
live on the air. Kennewick, you're live on the air. How about that?
Still ahead here at
Love
6:30. The sale of some Super Bowl 59 tickets were above face value. We'll tell you who is issuing fines because of it.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Ever since Emmy got a new mattress from Denver Mattress, her math scores are through the roof. And Billy, nothing but the best sleep thanks to Denver Mattress. And now he's undefeated, 228-0. And during the back-to-school sale, setting up your star student for success is simple. Buy any Denver Mattress brand mattress and get a second half off. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Add superior sleep to your student supply list during the back-to-school sale only at Denver Mattress.
Vance Heating and Air has been keeping Yakima homes cool since 1986. If your air conditioner needs service this summer, we'll take $86 off the cost of any AC repair. Our skilled technicians service all makes and models, and we guarantee you'll be happy when our work is complete. If your old AC is a throwback, save now on a new energy-efficient Daikin Fit system. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $29.99. Order right now and get our 10-pattern thumb drive spray nozzle free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. There is a strict limit of 3 per order, so don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-957-5184 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-957-5184 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
This newscast sponsored by Shriners Children's Spokane.
All right, real quick, we have a couple seconds for 2 trending stories. The National Football League is fining more than 100 players and 24 team employees. An NFL spokesman said the group is accused of selling their Super Bowl 59 tickets above face value.
That's right. The league's policy states all NFL players are allowed to buy 2 tickets to the Super Bowl at face value. However, it prohibits players or team employees from selling their tickets at a higher price.
Players will be fined 1.5 times the amount of the face value ticket they sold. Team employees will be fined double the amount.
All right, coming up next, our second trending story, which will be your reason to smile.
That's right. Stick around for that. You don't want to miss it.
During the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary, or get 60 months no interest. The back-to-school sale on now at Furniture Row.
Prepare yourselves for one of the greatest Motown and R&B artists of all time. The Commodores are coming to the Tri-Cities July 26th. With 75 million albums sold, this legendary group will bring the funk to the Hapo Center with favorites like Brick House, Night Shift, and many more. Go to CommodoresLive.com and get your tickets now. Don't miss this opportunity to see the legendary Commodores live.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now is Natchez.
Apple Valley News Now is Umatilla.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Leading the way with local news you trust.
Breaking news.
We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
During the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary, or get 60 months no interest. The back-to-school sale on now at Furniture Row.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
And we wait for it every night. Welcome back. Time now for your reason to smile. Come take a look at your screen. What a gorgeous photo. Smoky Twilight from Cody Knoll. It looks like a painting. It is so pretty.
It does.
Cody, what camera was that? Because I can see, I think, planets or stars for sure. Anyway, thank you for sharing that. The QR code on top of your screen, that's how you get your weather photo on TV. Or you can simply go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Click on that weather tab. Thanks to our friends at Lifetime Dental Care. All right, let's look at your pool forecast for tomorrow, whether it's the pool, the waterfallies, or even if you're heading out of town. Weather is pretty good all through the Pacific Northwest over the weekend, but enjoy those 60s, 70s, and 80s by midday, and then we'll top out just in those lower 90s and upper 80s. So a good looking forecast. So whatever it is you're up to, enjoy it.
Gorgeous.
I'll remind myself, sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thanks for joining us.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great weekend.